Should we turn on those lamps?
Oh, yeah, we should.
Well, we have a live studio audience.
Hey, live studio audience, can you turn on the lamps, the things on the floor? I meant to post that. Hello, everyone! Oh my God,
welcome.
Totally.
I know it's like 7 p.m. on a Saturday, and that's Pacific Standard Time. But hey, if you're here, that made a difference.
Oh, there are 4 people here. Hey, hello. Maybe this is the time to
maybe you guys are like pre-gaming to like go out, and we need, or maybe you're just like not asleep because you have school because it's a Saturday.
Ooh, this is so easy to drag. This chart.
Yeah, I know. But we're waiting for Melissa to come in. Should I email her saying that we're live? I guess I'll do that.
Yeah, let's do that. So Melissa, when you're in here, you can just and then Nina will do the spiel.
Yes. Actually, yeah, you email her, and then I'll do the spiel. Yeah. So, just so you know, this live thing that we do is something that we do fairly often, depending on, because it's a reading that we provide. A Drag Me is a reading that we provide on our website, PartyTrickAstrology.com/shop is where you can see all the readings. They're all temporarily out of stock, but this is the least informational and most cheeky reading that we have. And it's just that we're going to drag Melissa's chart. Ashley Mars says that Melissa is here. Yeah, because Melissa says I'm here.
We just sent you an email, but you don't need it because you are on it, girl.
Okay.
Which is very surprising coming from a Pisces rising. On time, they've never heard of that. Time, scheduling.
Yet here you are.
So that's very impressive.
Let's calculate your
But then again, do you want to know why she's here so soon?
Why?
She is a 4th house Cancer moon. She's always home.
Oh,
yeah. Nothing, so.
That's 100%. We were a little hesitant to schedule Drag Me on a Saturday night. But Cancer moon in the 4th house is home.
Of course. What else? Where else would they be?
Exactly.
Where else are you ever?
Oh, man. We got Venus and Mars in Aquarius.
Ooh. Someone is
Plus with that Pisces rising, how often do you get told that you are just so difficult to read? You're probably told also people like to hype themselves up. Like, usually I'm really good at reading people. But you, Pisces rising, with the Venus in Aquarius, like,
you're so aloof.
Like really feels like you're like a cold-hearted bitch. That's probably it. In relationships, you seem like a cold-hearted bitch, but you're Cancer moon in the 4th house.
You're the softest, plushy thing
so
ever.
Much, and everyone's like, God, why are you being so cold? And you're like, can't you tell? It's called a shell.
And also, you're an Aries sun, so you're like, can't you tell? It's called a shell. And everybody's like, whoa.
And
you're like, I feel.
And they're swearing or something.
Yeah.
So you're like, who am I? What do I do? I am in constant battle with myself. You know how it's really annoying when people play devil's advocate? Well, imagine doing it to yourself.
That's what you do. You're constantly devil's advocate. But what's funny is you're devil's advocate between, do I get angry or do I cry? Like, that's the only options you see. It's not like, how do I fix this, blah, 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 blah. It's just like angry and throw shit or wallow in my own tears. But not show anybody that I'm wallowing in my own tears.
Simultaneously, the aggressor and the victim.
Yeah. How do you manage to do both? Somehow, you, Melissa, get away with being on both sides of this. Yeah, that's so funny. You have an Aries Libra interception.
Oh man.
Yeah, got a resident one over here.
Yeah. So, what are healthy relationships? You don't know because you don't love yourself. You gotta get that Aries
intercepted in the 7th house too.
You don't love yourself, and that's why you don't get relationships. And you're so giving, and this is why. Okay, so everyone with a Venus in Aquarius, conspiracy theory, is heavily traumatized, because why would you behave like a Venus in Aquarius if you're not heavily traumatized? Like
Pluto in the 8th, yeah, you probably are somehow traumatized through love. Like, my God.
So you're traumatized through love because you don't know what relationships are, and you get into bad relationships because you don't love yourself. You also don't know how to stand up for yourself. And no one ever told you were special growing up.
And because of this, I don't think you were told much of anything of what you are. So you went, I don't know who I am, so I'll just let everyone else decide.
Mm-hmm.
And also, okay, so you have your Pluto in the 8th house, which is just automatically like the most like sexually magnetic placement, right? So you just ooze with sexuality naturally, and everybody sees this in you. But yet, like, your Lilith is in the 7th house, so you don't even own that part of you. Like, you give it to other people, and it's intercepted.
And you have an intercepted sun, so this is what happens. And no tea, no shade, this is what we do too, right? It's like compliment, like, wow, you're so sexy, Melissa. Wow, thanks.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
Or just like,
you're just like, don't let that one hit. Don't let that one hit.
Cancer Moon Pincer's like,
oh yeah. And then you're like, get out of my fucking face.
I'm like, wow, you're so like magical and spiritual. You have this like, you're quite a like feminine, like magnetic Pisces rising type person, and you're just like, you don't even know me. I've got a Venus in Aquarius.
Yeah. Also,
I won't let you know me. I won't let you know who I am.
You have like an intercepted Aries sun, but it's in the 1st, and so you like have all this energy and all this stuff to draw from, but like you can't get to it. So I feel like you're somebody who like it just goes to waste. Like I feel like all the positive traits of Aries have gone to waste with you
because it's all about the confidence.
It's all about the leadership.
Identity.
Like Pisces risings are not leaders. They're not necessarily followers, but like they're not leading anybody anywhere.
They're just kind of off in their
Why would anybody give the
thing.
Pisces rising the responsibility? Like, like if you have a class and one of them's Pisces rising, like that person is not getting anything. Like,
but you have Saturn in Capricorn, so you have extra pressure to feel like you should be responsible.
Oh yeah, but you can't be. I feel like you don't know how to handle responsibility because it just weighs too much on your heart if you do something wrong. You're like, I'm letting people down. I don't want to hurt anyone. But at the same time, you're like, I want to be a leader because I know I have it in me. But you'll never be a good one because you can't access those parts in you. So you wind up just kind of like, you're not like saying this, but like you kind of just wind up pussying out, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, we filmed the dragging Aquarius or the last like drunk ramble video, and so we're gonna.
Why are we really?
I think that's kind of comfortable. I don't want to stay here.
Yeah. You don't have to move. We get it.
This is something that we really dragged Aquarius for, and you got Aquarius, Venus, and Mars. And I think this is really specifically a Mars and Aquarius thing. It's like practicing what you preach.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard of it? You know, all these high ideals of like, this is the way that things should be. But in reality, does happen? I don't know. Kind of a little idealistic, especially because like Pisces rising. Are you going to follow through with what you said? Are you going to show it? And here's the thing, like, Cancer moon versus Pisces rising. Are you just going to admit that you want to stay home and read?
Oh, or are you going to
flake out?
It?
Let's look at your 12th house. Oh, 12th house.
And Aquarius and Venus. Oh my God. So you do not tell people when you cancel on them.
Yeah,
well,
no.
Yeah, no.
Oh my God, this makes it even harder for you to love. Oh, honey.
Why? Because it's in the 12th house?
Yeah, it's in the 12th house, and it's in Aquarius, and now I just wish you bought a fucking beginner or advanced
I would have to
reading.
say that this person should have bought a reading, but I feel like they got too overwhelmed when they looked at them, and they probably got really overwhelmed when they started looking into astrology, and they were like, I can't do this. I don't know.
Because, like, who am I? Like, oh my God, you start reading your chart. This is why you bought a reading in the first place.
Yeah.
You start reading your chart. This is why you did it live for other people to, like, also chime in, like, stuff.
Because you're like, who am I?
Yeah, you're like, I can read all this stuff, and this is what it says it is. Yeah. But is it Is it how I can't figure out if it's bullshit or not because I don't know who I am. So I don't know if they're right in telling me who I am now.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what.
Yeah, I've read charts for people like this, and I'll say like, oh, blah blah blah, and they're like, well, yeah, I feel like that, but also, isn't everyone like that?
Yeah, you're the kind of person like, okay, so like you have one of two reactions when you're told about yourself or your birth chart. It's either one, it brings you to tears because you're like, somebody understands me, but you only said like one thing. Like, let's say you're like, you have a Cancer moon, like you're very emotional. You're like, I am. Like, for the first time, you're being validated in your entire life. Like, that's how you respond to it. I remember I read somebody's brochure that had an intercepted sun, and like everything that I said, it was like cheering up because they're like, for the first time in my life, I'm being validated. Because they don't know what that feels like.
Plus intercepted Mercury.
Yeah, that's so true.
So whatever you say is like shut down.
Yeah, or if like I were to say something like, let's say probably something good. Like you'll take the bad stuff and be like, I knew it. But like if I were to be like, oh, here's a good trait about you, which I'm not going to tell you because this is a drag me. You'd be like, oh, I don't know. And then you'd like come back days later and be like, I think I am. I asked all my friends and it seems like I am like this. Like, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's very, like, self-love is something that is, this is a drag me. You don't love yourself. Yeah, you got a lot of things in the way for making you be, like, the most confident, badass person that you should be.
Yeah. I think that Aquarius, Venus, and Mars, Aries, Sun, and Mercury have a lot of confidence. Mm-hmm. But then the rest of, like, the left side of your chart just fucks it all up. It's like, haha, bitch.
The fact that your Venus is in the 12th house. Your Mars is in the 11th house, so you're kind of a sneaky bitch in the fact that you will undercut people, or like you will
kind of Pluto in the 8th house. You will completely trample, manipulate, use, abuse people, and all in the name of like, I'm just a little Cancer moon. I wouldn't. And Pisces rising on me. Oh no!
But you are an Aries at the end of the day. It may be intercepted, but you've got that competitive edge to you. So you're really not afraid to trample over people to get to the top.
Yeah, and Mars in the 11th house, really not afraid to trample over to get to the top. Like, you're ruthless. Like, midheaven in Sagittarius, Uranus and Neptune in the 10th. Where's your Saturn? It is in the 11th. Okay, so you're probably like, why do I have so many friend issues? I don't understand. It's because you trample over everyone you come across. Your Saturn is in the 11th because you put it there, because you're just using people left and right, and you're just constantly being like, how dare you do that to me? But it's like, you did that to me. You're an Aries. You're like, I don't have that quality in me at all. And they're like, yes, you do.
Especially because Mars in Aquarius is going to be really stubborn of like, no, I am the altruistic, ultimate giving person.
I would never do anything.
I always stand by when I say I do the right thing. Always. You're wrong.
Yeah. You're totally somebody that like points at people and says they're wrong. Like you point.
Actually, pointing is because in palmistry, your index finger is Jupiter. So this is like, I am telling the truth. That's what you do.
Oh yeah, your Mars and Venus square Pluto. I don't know if your Venus does. It doesn't say your.
Well, they're right
next on mine, but it does say your Mars does. Yeah, I would honestly. I feel like you're a big liar. Mercury intercepted in Aries in the 1st house. Mercury in Aries also like never learned how to write sentences. Like I have a friend that has Mercury in Aries, and when she types, it's like putting this puzzle together, because when she types it just like comes all blurted out.
Yeah.
And it's like so many words are missing, and like this is just something that she does, but this is a drag me, so it doesn't bother me, but I'm just gonna pretend it does and be harsh about it.
It's kind of like she's drunk anytime that
it's like she's always drunk texting. That's Mercury in Aries, especially intercepted. Like you just like you cannot write a paper or form a cohesive sentence like,
and it's square Saturn
life for you.
So you like rub people the wrong way in the way that you speak without even trying.
No, that's Mars.
Oh yeah.
Mars.
Whoops.
But you do have it sextile. Oh no, sextile Venus.
Yeah.
Mercury square Mars. It just means like you were even.
Mercury square Saturn.
What did I fuck? Mercury square Saturn. We can't talk. That to me, like with it in Aries intercepted, just says like you definitely had some sort of speech impediment.
Yeah, it could be.
Or trouble speaking, or maybe English wasn't your first language, and so you pick it up, and then you felt stupid because you didn't know how to talk. I don't know, something like that. Foot and mouth syndrome, definitely Jack B. That's Mercury and Aries intercepted all the time. You probably say so much aggressive shit, or you just without trying.
No wonder you were shut down. No wonder you whatever you had to say would be shut down.
Yeah. You were never taught how to have a voice for yourself. Mm-hmm. And as a Pisces rising, like I feel like you just can't defend yourself, but yet all you do is defend yourself and your beliefs and your ideas. But you have no way to like you probably have it all in your mind, but then you can't like spit it out. So people are always like, no, even if you are maybe right, like nobody's gonna like know what you're saying because like what the fuck are you ever saying?
Oh wait, let's talk about Mars square Pluto.
Oh yeah,
I mean
this is what I think one of the most terrifying aspects.
Yeah, so
any square to Pluto.
In our first part of our drunk ramble videos, we speculated that Bria from Are You the One had Mars in Aries, but someone corrected us saying that she has Mars in Leo, and we found it right. She is at square Pluto, right?
No, her Venus is square Pluto.
Oh, never mind. Still, Bria is crazy, and
you are too. No, but like Mars square Pluto is even more. It's volatile. More constant. Like I feel like Venus square Pluto is only like volatile with the people that they love.
Right,
but it's Mars square Pluto is volatile with anybody that gets in your way at all. Like you're not gonna let somebody that cuts you off in traffic you're not gonna let that go. You are the kind of person like pull over, get out of your car, and like scream at them, or like if you were to see like you get so righteously indignant, like crazy, like you constantly feel like you have to spread all this stuff and like spread the world and so that what your ideas are right. You need to tell everyone. And I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't know what you believe, but no matter whether they're right or wrong, you refuse to hear any other side of the story. And if anybody tries to come between you and your ideas and tell them that they're wrong, or ideals, not ideas, you are crazy. You pop off. You do just stupid, petty shit. Like you don't think Pluto's a petty planet until it gets into a square with a personal planet, and it becomes so petty. And so because they're all about revenge, like all you do is seek revenge over and over and over again. Like you can't let anybody just like you can never be the bigger person.
No, what is being the bigger person?
No, that does not happen.
Especially with it in Aquarius as well. Like Mars and Aquarius wants to believe that they're the bigger person.
Oh, of course they do.
And
if it wasn't for Pluto, they could be a lot of the time. But because of that, I think no matter what, it makes you just seem vengeful and like.
And it's in fixed signs.
Yeah. Okay. Cancer moon in the 4th house. Now, this is terribly aspected. So I assume instead of your mom nurturing you and all that stuff, like she was a big presence in your home, but it was like really negative, and she left you with like a lot of emotional scars or something. Yeah,
I feel like you just have never been nurtured enough. Like
you're constantly just like nurture me. Yeah, especially as a Pisces rising. Pisces risings love being taken care of.
Yeah, this is the opposite. Like we talked heavily in our Moon in Cancer video of all of this Cancer like softness coming from being really nurtured.
Yeah,
but it can really be the opposite as well. It can be that you weren't, and so you're in this really delicate position of needing to be loved and not having been.
Yeah, and I think that shows of whether which side you are is an aspect and how healthy a planet is. But if you ask me, even in the healthy side of Cancer moon, I don't think it's very healthy. Anyway,
yours is opposite Uranus and opposite Neptune. And so, what is reality?
No, you've no fucking clue what reality is.
Like, oh my god.
And Neptune is square your sun too, and you're Pisces rising. You don't live in this world. You live in your own fantasy world that you concoct in your head. Oh my god. When you get angry, you like maybe you were in the wrong and you know it, but you like concoct these lies in your head to tell them, and then you believe your own lies after a while. Like you can convince yourself to believe in your lies. Mercury in Aries and intercepted, and then all that like stuff to Neptune, like you believe your lying reality of what happened.
And in love, I feel like you're always in between, like convincing yourself that you haven't caught feelings, or that you're not going to catch feelings, or that the feelings that you caught are 100% like okay, when I feel like you probably have a little bit of fuckboy syndrome. Like we talked about this because you have a intercepted Libra, intercepted Aries.
You totally are a little bit of a fuckboy.
And then Venus in Aquarius in the 12th house. But I think you're also attracted to fuckboys.
Yeah.
Like there's the general consensus of your chart is that you weren't very emotionally nurtured with your intercepted sun, intercepted Mercury, and badly aspected Cancer moon in the 4th house. So when you were given just a little bit of love, just a little crumb, you're like, I haven't gotten anything more than a crumb in my whole life. Right. So eat up, Melissa.
Yeah, and you're like, and it's like fucking, your mouth is bleeding. It's actually full of glass. and you
The
like
crumb was glass.
Yeah, the crumb was glass, and you're like getting cut, and you're like, oh, wait.
I'm getting married next summer.
But I am 28 now. Okay, so maybe you've hopefully grown out of this.
Yeah.
Your progressed Venus has been in Pisces for a while, which I don't know if that makes it any better, but like
he's a Gemini rising, Leo sun, Aries moon. Also, his Aries moon like promotes your
intercepted sun. Wait, Leo sun
and
moon,
oh my
Aries
God, sun moon conjunctions are fantastic in synastry.
Yes.
Like
yes.
that's actually like marriage material. That's like friendship for life. But this is a drag me.
Where would you like us to go? I'm hoping I've progressed a little. I'm sure you have.
Surely.
You absolutely have.
And
You're 28.
You're 28. You're around Saturn return season.
Yeah.
So.
But I'm sure you can think back up to when you were younger and go, yeah. I remember my first relationship.
Also, I guess we should just like disclaim that we are like 12. So our experience of like these energies is kind of immature. So that's like what we like put out. Because like so far
we're
the
21.
life that we've lived in our 12 years of life.
21.
In our 21 years of life is, pretty
minimal, young,
and pretty immature,
So we're really just kind of dragging things based off of the culture we live in now and what we see on Are You the One,
Yeah, Are You the One. That's crazy. The people on Are You the One are our age. Oh,
it's crazy. It's so uncomfortable. They look so much older. We would look like jailbait compared to them. Okay. No, it's accurate. Not as extreme these days, though, which makes sense. You still feel a hint of that, but I'm sure you've gone past that. Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know. What would you like us to drag? Venus in the 12th house. You just can really escape your comforts. Like I feel like because Venus represents what we love and what we love doing, what we spend time enjoying doing. So what you enjoy doing is sitting home alone, maybe, or with a dog or a cat, watching conspiracy theories, shoving your face with food and wine, and crying about your life as you cry about the world. And and then be thinking, I don't want to go to work tomorrow. Maybe I should have a mental health day. You love mental health days.
Yes. Yes, totally. Staying at home.
You created mental health days. So you didn't create them. Who are we kidding? Yeah. You didn't create them. You saw them online and went, yes, and you followed all the self-care.
You got a tramp stamp on your lower back saying mental health day. Yeah. Like that's how strongly you feel about mental health days.
Yes. Which I mean, honestly, you might need it because your son is screaming. I'm a kindergarten teacher and it drains my Pisces rising. Kindergarten teacher.
Hi, Arielle Garcia.
Oh, hi. Okay. Pisces kindergarten teacher. I think Cancer moons would be a great
totally in the 4th house.
I know this isn't a drag, but I've kind of now
and midheaven in Sagittarius, so like teaching the youth.
Yeah, Uranus
and that Aquarius.
You'd be so good at like telling stories. I'm sorry, we're just complimenting you, but like, I'm sure you're not that hurt by the fact that we're complimenting you. I don't know what you want us to
Okay, well, since she's getting married, let's talk about the guy that she probably picked with a Virgo 7th house. You just need someone to take care of you.
Yeah.
To like bring you soup on your mental health days.
Yes.
And to listen
and
to
to show you what what a true relationship is. Because you have no idea. So I feel like somebody had to hold your hand and show you around it.
Yeah. Someone who's not a fuckboy finally.
Yeah.
And he has Venus in Virgo.
Oh. I bet you that falls into your 6th house and you love it. Mm-hmm. You love it because he just takes care of you all the time and you're like, yes, that's what my Cancer moon Pisces rising wants. Take care of me. Let me lay on the couch. Got kids to teach tomorrow.
You're in Aries with Aquarius, Venus, and Mars, so you want to be like, I'm independent.
Yeah.
I'm independent.
Yeah, definitely. You're constantly.
You want to be taken care of.
You're constantly doing this. I'm an independent woman, and then you're like, fuck, I'm dependent. I'm an independent woman. No, I'm not at all. I'm so dependent. And you just constantly go back and forth because your true nature is pretty dependent. Honestly, not maybe in like an unhealthy way. It could definitely be that way, but like you just naturally feel comfortable when you have someone.
But at the same time, you love your alone time.
Yeah, but I don't know because it's intercepted Aries sun, so I feel like you want to love your alone time.
Yeah,
and you probably had to teach yourself at a certain age to love your alone time. Like it wasn't natural, you know. Yeah, you're
'cause
alone time.
I feel
You
like
constantly have like a podcast on, or
yeah,
TV
you're
shows
probably
on.
pretty introverted, so you need that recharge time.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can't help but feel lonely when you're recharging.
Yeah, you're like,
So-
oh, I decided to stay in tonight, but you're posting on your story how sad you are that you stay in tonight.
So you probably need someone to feel like I'm staying alone tonight, but at least
I
have someone.
Yes.
You know?
Mm-hmm. I feel like you have terrible taste in movies. Like, I just feel like our tastes in television shows and movies would be the exact opposite.
I wonder how you dress yourself.
Oh my god.
Right? Like,
Comfortable.
You're like, how do I put on clothes? Do these look good together? Did I pick them up off my floor?
Yeah, I feel nothing ever matches, that's for sure. Because Pisces don't know how to color coordinate.
There's so much indicating that you can't dress yourself.
Yeah.
Your Venus
is
which
in your 12th.
is in your 12th house. It's in Aquarius, so you're already like, oh, a funky something looking.
Yeah, you like wear funky scarves that don't match with your outfits.
Yeah, and you want to be hella comfortable with your Cancer moon.
Oh,
and
yes.
Then your Pisces rising puts an extra sloppiness on top of everything.
Messy bun central. Yeah, and then your
Always in
intercepted sun and
sweatpants,
Mercury is in there. So you want to look good at all times. Like, you want to have that confidence, but always in sweatpants. But that's just, yeah, like, and if you go shopping for, like, yoga clothes, you're like, yeah, time to do yoga. Venus in the 12th house, I'd totally be into that. And then you're like, oh, but these sweatpants are really soft. And, like, I can do my yoga. I can do
I don't
yoga.
want to sweat.
I'm going to be doing it at
in
home.
my cute yoga clothes.
Anyways, like, so I don't really need to get yoga clothes. And when you're home, you're like, I don't have yoga clothes, so I, like, can't exercise. So
you have to drag your moon conjunct Jupiter.
Because that makes you feel like too much. Yeah. Anything like Jupiter aspect is kind of makes everyone a little extra. So, like, not only do you have these, like, just emotions all the time, but, like, you display the fuck out of them. Like, it's like you put on a show almost. Like, not like show, but like a, like, yeah, like
Phantom of the Opera type of,
yeah, just like very melodramatic with your showing of emotions. Even if to you it feels like that's how you're feeling, it'll always kind of be a little bit much. You might even catch yourself sometimes doing too much.
Yeah, and there's also the overindulgent side of Jupiter.
Oh, yeah.
So you can be a binge eater. You can be a, like, just sleep inner. Like, you sleep in.
Yeah. Oh, I was like, sleep in her what, Nina? In her what?
Yeah. You sleep in, binge eat, just like, self-care. And then there's, like, you take self-care too far.
Yeah.
You know?
To you, self-care is like buying a bunch of products and, like, you're, like, waiting for them to get shipped and get them shipped. You're like, that's nice. And you put them away and then forget about them.
This self-care means just enjoying the food I like in massive amounts of quantities
from Postmates,
which is extra money
that
I'm spending.
Wait, well, your second house is in Taurus, so you're pretty good with money.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. Let's see here. Your home is always a mess, though. You love your home so much, but your 4th house and 3rd house are in Gemini. And that just means, like, you're the kind of person that just, like, leaves shit around, wakes up and goes, what's this here? Knocks it over and goes, oh, well, and then rolls over and falls back asleep.
Yeah, your Jupiter's in there, though, and your moon is in there, so it's super, like, important.
Yeah, it's super important to you that it's comfortable.
But comfortable doesn't necessarily mean
you want your husband who's a Venus and Virgo to clean it.
You're one of those people who's, like, people be like, Melissa, your house is a mess. And you're like, well, I know where everything is.
Yeah.
All of these clothes on the floor, like, that's my Tuesday outfit. That's my Wednesday outfit.
And by Tuesday and Wednesday outfit, I mean, like, the same thing that I wear every day because I don't know how to dress myself, but I add a different pair of funky earrings every day.
No, I don't need a bookshelf. They are great under my bed. They're fine.
Yeah.
You probably like doing, like, I don't know because I went to a weird kindergarten, so I don't know if you have to lesson plan for your kindergarten that you teach at, but if you lesson plan in bed.
Oh, yeah.
And if you can get away with it, you lesson plan with a little something on the television.
Yeah.
Maybe a glass of wine.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, no, totally. You grade papers haphazardly sometimes. Like, just admit it. Like,
kindergarten teachers have to grade papers.
Like, spelling stuff. Yeah, of course you get assignments.
That's crazy. All we did
just
was
a
play.
Just a few. I went to a public school though, so I definitely got some. Maybe you don't teach at a public school though. But yeah, if you grade papers, it's extremely haphazardly. It makes sense that you work with kids. Your 5th house is in Cancer, so you definitely did the right job.
Love children.
Yeah, love children. Good with children. Let's see here.
Watch your heart health. Nope, never mind.
Watch your sexual health, girl.
Yeah.
Please be very careful. Now we're just giving you advice, but like your sexual health could be very easily your demise. So watch out for that.
Yeah. Oh, but actually also your heart health because Leo in the 6th house.
Oh yeah, no, totally. Let's see. I don't know. We have a few more minutes.
Pluto retrograde, so you're like deeply misunderstood on the inside. You're like, I'm so dark. All that Pluto.
Yeah, no, that's such. Yeah, it's so volatile and it's all internalized. You probably do a lot of self-sabotaging. All the time, self-sabotaging. All that water. Oh my gosh. Pisces rising. Yes. Uranus and Neptune in the 10. I don't know how to drag that.
Let us know if there's anything else that you want us to drag.
Yeah.
Because we have like just a few more minutes left.
Let me see. Are there any aspects that are that I would like to talk about?
Mars square Lilith, I feel like just adds more to like you were probably just traumatized in love or sex is when you were.
Yeah, and it was intercepted, so something happened, girl. We're so sorry.
Jupiter square Ascendant.
Jupiter.
Like
what is
that's
your
kind of an
aspects?
over promising.
Yeah, that definitely is over promising.
Oh my God, do you tell your kindergarten kids like, okay, if everyone is quiet and nice, I'll like bake bread tomorrow, and then you're like, bitch, I'm not gonna bake bread.
No. You have the intentions to.
Yeah.
You 100% are like, I'm going to, and then you get home and you're like, oh, and you're like, mind's all a mess, and you don't know what's going on, and you just like barrel through everything, and you fall asleep, and you're like, how did I fall asleep in my clothes? And you wake up and you're like, oh my God, teach kindergarten, and you're like, okay, let's do this, and you get it, and everybody's like, did you bake bread? And you're like, bitch, I barely made it here today. I'm 5 minutes late. I'm a Pisces rising. Like, I'm here. Be happy. No, I know you wouldn't do that with a kindergartner class, but you know what? Okay, you know what I'm trying to say. I feel like, yeah, Jupiter square Saturn just like over promises and overdoes it. Like that also makes you very extra for no real reason. Ha ha ha, yeah, I'm always late. It's so bad. Pisces risings don't know how to keep a timetable. Oh my God, it's so crazy. Let me see. I don't know if we have anything else.
I think it's been 32 minutes now.
Okay.
And we probably started around 2 minutes.
Yes, we did start around 2 minutes.
Yeah. Peter Dubois, hold up, you need to upload the last drunk rant. We're getting to it. We just filmed it yesterday.
I need some time to edit it.
We said a lot of stuff that we shouldn't have said, so we got to cut it out. Come on.
My professor is always half an hour late. She's Pisces rising.
Maybe.
Okay.
Shout out to Michelle Martin Gossip.
She was a Virgo rising though.
She was a 12th house.
Yeah, she's a 12th houser. We had a teacher that was a 12th houser, and my God, could that woman not be on time?
She wore her clothes inside out 70% of the time.
I got my dad. He's a Pisces, and we went to multiple doctors' offices and came home. And I went, Dad, your shirt's inside out. And he was like, I was like, you've had it on for like more than half the day, and this happens all the time. Anyways. That's all.
That's it.
Yeah, we'll see you in the drunk rant, which will honestly probably not be up for about a week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be editing it while I'll go home.
Thank you so much, Melissa, for purchasing this Drag Me video and having it be live, so
everybody can share it with you.
Oh,
yeah. Sorry. Okay. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for watching this. Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Oh.